Hello students, today I am going to start 11th class book Hornbill textbook in English for 11th class. This is for core course. Today I am going to start your first chapter, The Portrait of a Lady. Kushwant Singh. This is a story. This is a story. This story is written by Kushwant Singh. In this story, Kushwant Singh tells about his grandmother. He creates a picture of her grandmother by this story. The portrait means picture. As he tells about the relationship, he tells about his relationship with his grandmother. So let's start the story. My grandmother, like everybody's grandmother, was an old woman. She had been old and wrinkled for the 20 years that I had known her. People said that she had once been young and pretty and had even had a husband, but that was hard to believe. My grandfather's portrait hung above the mantelpiece in the drawing room. He wore a wig turban and loose-fitting clothes. His long white beard covered the best part of his chest, and he looked at least 100 years old. He did not look the sort of person who would have a wife or children. He looked as if he could only have a lots and lots of grandchildren. As for my grandmother being young and pretty, the thought was almost revolting. She often told of us the games that she used to play as a child that seemed quite absurd and undignified on her part. We treated it like the fables of the prophets she used to tell us. Now, the hard words of this paragraph. Hard words of this paragraph: wrinkled, having lines or fold, portrait, painting or picture, mantelpiece, a structure of wood. The thought was almost revolting. It was very hard for the author to believe. Revolting, unpleasant, absurd, illogical, undignified, disrespectful, fables, fictitious stories with a moral teaching, prophets, saints. Okay. Now the explanation of this paragraph. My grandmother, like everybody's grandmother, was an old woman. My grandmother was an old woman. She was looked like everybody's grandmother. She had been old and wrinkled for the past 20 years that I had known her. The writer known her grandmother the past 20 years. He had been old and wrinkled for the 20 years. He was the same from 20 years. Okay. And people said that she had once been young and pretty and had even had a husband, but that was hard to believe. That was hard to believe. This was hard to believe. That was hard to believe for writer, that his grandmother was young and pretty in her young age and even had a husband, and he had a husband also. My grandfather's portrait hung above the mantelpiece in the drawing room. Mantelpiece means the structure of wood. The writer's grandfather's portrait hung above the mantelpiece in the drawing room. He wore a wig turban and loose-fitting clothes. His grandfather wore a wig turban and loose-fitting clothes. His long white beard covered the best part of his chest and looked at least 100 years old. His beard was so long that covered his chest, and he looked at least in the portrait. Her grandfather looked 100 years old, means looked very old. He did not look the sort of person who would have a wife or children. He did not look this type of person who had wife or a children. Who had a wife or a children. He looked as if he could only have lots and lots of grandchildren. He appeared as that he could only have many grandchildren. He had not a wife or a children. Okay. As for my grandfather being young and sorry As for my grandmother being young and pretty, the thought was almost revolting. It was very hard to believe the author that his grandmother was young and pretty in her young age. This was very hard to believe. This was very hard to believe for writer. She often told us of the games that she used to play as a child. My grandmother often told us that um, she she used to play play games in her childhood, as you play, that seemed quite absurd and undignified on her part, and we treated it like the fables of the prophets she used to tell us. That seems that seems whatever she told about whatever she told about her childhood, be seemed quite absurd means illogical and undignified and respectful. We seemed this illogical and unrespectful, and this is the part of we treated it like a fables means like a moral stories that she used to tell us, that she always used to tell us. Okay, next paragraph is: she had always been short and fat and slightly bent. Her face was crisscross of wrinkles running from everywhere to everywhere. No, we are certain she had always been, as we had known her, old, so terribly old that she could not have grown older, and had stayed at the same age for 20 years. She could never have been pretty, but she was always beautiful. She hovered about the house in spotless white, with one hand resting on her waist to balance her stoop, and the other telling the words of her rosary. Her silver locks were scattered untidily over her pale and puckered face, and her lips constantly moved in inaudible prayer. Yes, she was beautiful. She was like the winter landscape in the mountains, an expanse of pure white serenity, breathing peace and contentment. Hard word of this passage, hard word of this paragraph. Okay, crisscross, a pattern of intersecting straight lines, hovered, walked in a backward way, stoop, bend once forward, rosary, a string of beads for keeping count of numbers of chant made of religious prayer, locks hair scattered, disorganized, untidily, not neat, puckered, a face contract with wrinkles, unaudible, unable to be heard, and serenity, the state of being peaceful and calm. An expanse of pure white serenity refers to a calm, peaceful, and relaxed character of the author's grandmother. Contentment, a state of happiness and satisfaction. Now, the explanation of second paragraph. Okay, she had always been short and fat and slightly fat. The writer's grand the writer's grandmother was always been short, fat, and slightly. She was short, fat, and slightly. Her face was crisscross of wrinkles running from everywhere to everywhere. His grandmother had a lots of wrinkles in her on her face, everywhere to everywhere. No, no, we are certain that she had always been, as we had known her, old, so terribly she could not have grown older. She had stayed at the same age for 20 years. The writer had known his grandmother past 20 years. She was same from past 20 years, so terribly old. She was terribly old, and no change within 20 years. He had no change. She was old, same, constantly old. She could never have been pretty, but she was always beautiful. Here the writer says she could never been pretty. She was never pretty, but she was always beautiful. She was always beautiful. She hovered about the house in spotless white, with one hand resting in her vest to balance her stoop, and other telling the words of her rosary. She hovered. Hovered means walk. Hovered means walked in a awkward way. She walked in a awkward way in house, and wore spotless white, and wore white cloths with one hand. He put her one hand on her waist for support her stoop, and the other hand he put a words of rosary. He keep He had keep a words of rosary means a sting of weeds for keeping count of number, the chant made of religious prayer. In another hand, he had a sting of words for chanting God. Words of her rosary. He had a sting of words for chanting God. Chant God को chant करने के लिए वो एक माला रखती थी. Her silver locks were scattered untidily over her pale and puckered face. Her hair was silver and was scattered, and her hair was not well combed, and it was disorganized. Her hair was disorganized on her colorless face and wrinkled face, and her lips constantly moved in inaudible prayer. Her lips regularly moved inaudible prayer. गॉड की अनऑडेबल, जो कि सुनाई नहीं देती, अनहेयर्ड वॉइस में वो ऑलवेज प्रेयर करती रहती थी. यस, शी वॉज ब्यूटिफुल. हियर द राइटर सेज शी वॉज ब्यूटिफुल and she was like the winter landscape in the mountains. Here the writer compare his grandmother in landscape in the mountains. An expanse of pure white serenity. He was a lady of calm, peaceful and relaxed character. He was a lady of calm, peaceful and relaxed character, breathing peace and contentment. He had a state of happiness and satisfaction. He had a state of happiness and satisfaction. Peace means happiness and satisfaction. Contentment means satisfaction. Okay. Now, third paragraph is, my grandmother and I were good friends. My parents left me with her when they went to live in the city, and we are constantly together. She used to wake up me in morning and gets me ready for school. She said her morning prayers in monotonous sing-song while she bathed and dressed me, in the hope that I loved her voice but never bothered to learn it. Then she would fetch my wooden slate, which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk, a tiny earthen inkpot and a red pen, tie them all in a bundle and hand it to me. After a breakfast of a thick stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on it, we went to school. She carried several stale chapatis with her for the blaze dogs. Now the hard words of this paragraph. Monotonous, dull and boring. Whether to be concerned, facts. Go for and then bring back something for someone. Slate, a flat plate of slate formerly used for writing on it. Schools, plastered, covered with a layer of plaster. Earthen, made of baked or fired clay. Stale, no longer fresh and pleasant to eat. Okay. Now explanation. My grandmother and I were good friends. Here the writer tells about his relationship with his grandmother. My grandmother and I were good friends. The writer and his grandmother were good friends. My parents left me with her when they went to live in the city and we were constantly together. My parents left me with my grandmother and with my grandmother when they went to city for settled. She used to wake up me up in morning and get me ready for school. She used to wake up me and ready me for school, and she said her morning prayer in monotonous sing song while she watched and dressed me in the hope that I would listen and get to know it by heart. When she washed and dressed me, she said her morning prayer in dull and boring songs, while that hope that I would listen. She hoped that I would listen her prayers, but get to know it by heart. I listened his prayer, but because I loved her voice, because I loved my grandmother's voice, that's why I listened her prayer, but never bothered to learn it, but never to be concerned to learn it, but never concerned to learn it. Then she would fetch my wooden slate, which had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk. Then she would bring my wooden slate that was already washed and plastered with yellow chalk by my grandmother, a tiny ether ink pot and a red pen. She bring my wooden slate and that was already washed and plastered with yellow chalk, and bring my earthing pot and a red pen, tie them all in a bundle and hand it to me. She tied all them in a bundle and hand it to me and then give to me. After a breakfast of a thick stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on it, we went to school. Here the writer tells he had a thick and stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on chapati he had as a breakfast. He took a stale chapati in breakfast. We went to school. He and his grandmother went to school. She carried several stale chapatis with her for the blaze dogs. She carried she carried many stale chapatis for the blaze dogs. Students, so next paragraph we will continue in our next video. Students, story is always written in past tense. You are noticing here that all past tenses used in this story: past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Present tense is used in story. The story is always written in past tense.